So I'm now with you, Joy. Get rid of Republicans. Get rid of the party. The party as it stands now, because it's the party of white supremacy. It's the party of insurrectionists. It's the party of massacres at this point. It's the party that you can't trust.
Well, can I just that's why I left the Republican Party.
All right, guys. So that is a previous episode of the Cackling Hens, right, on The View, in which they were basically talking about getting rid of the Republican Party because the Republican Party is supposed to be the party of white supremacists, right, and insurrectionists. I'm laughing so hard because the GOP had a historic victory last night. If you guys saw my first video today, in which a Mexican American woman flipped a Southern Texas Democrat stronghold district red, Miss Mayra Flores, in a historic victory last night, which indicates that there is, in fact, a red wave coming. But apparently, the Cackling Hens on The View don't believe that, despite this victory last night.
So, but here's what I would warn. The red wave is coming. Republicans are going to win the midterms short of something unforeseen that I cannot predict now.
Well, you don't know that. You don't know that.
All the polling is suggesting that. It's the high gas prices, inflation, and I'm hoping...
Let's wait and see what the people... Let's wait and see what the people voted. And I understand what you're saying, but let's remind people it's up to them to make this decision, but in your...
Yes, exactly. Okay. It's up to the voters. I would just love to see principled Republicans who are not so beholden to Trump win, but
Yeah, so according to Whoopi, right, we need to wait and see how people vote, okay? Wait and see how people vote. As if, again, the polls aren't enough, the approval rating of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris being in the tank is not enough, the general approval rating of the Democrat Party not being enough, the general approval rating of the economy, inflation, not being enough. And also, keep in mind, what happened last night in Texas is not just the only bad sign for the Democrats, but also Glenn Youngkin flipped Virginia red, okay? That also happened. But the GOP victory in deep blue South Texas was very, very, very significant in regards to what we're probably going to see in the midterms, especially if you consider the fact that this district was more than 80% Hispanic, right? And obviously the white supremacy and insurrection talk and the, oh, she's friends with Trump talk, obviously those talking points did not work, right? That ain't what people are voting on. And after this news came out last night, Elon Musk actually came out and congratulated Miss Flores and said that, hey, I voted for her, okay? And if Ron DeSantis was to run in 2024, then I would support him, right? I would vote for him. DeSantis came out and responded to Elon Musk today, and I must say that this was actually a hilarious response. Take a look.
Governor Elon Musk said this morning that he would vote for you if you were to run for president.
Elon Musk. So what I would say, I'm focused on 2022, but with Elon Musk, what I would say is, I welcome support from African Americans. What can I say?
Yeah, that was perfect. Right? That was absolutely perfect, man. I mean, at this point, how can you not like Ron DeSantis? I mean, the guy is running his state the way that, I wish the president of the United States was running this country. And he has a great sense of humor on top of that, okay? Very likable guy. However, again, the Cackling Hens on The View apparently don't really like Ron DeSantis all that much, as Sunny Holston went on this rant against how she would basically never vote for Ron DeSantis and how she doesn't want him to run in 2024 after Whoopi suggested that maybe, just maybe, we should look for a Republican to take the reins after Joe Biden, because this country is just in such bad shape while it's being ran by Democrats.
I think, sorry to jump in, but I think anyone looking at their retirement account yesterday, looking at fuel prices, looking at inflation, not all of which, by the way, are Biden's fault, that creates a path and a window for a Donald Trump to come back. And in a kind of asking the question of who is best fit to beat Donald Trump because that man should never be president again, I'm not sure I think it's Joe Biden. And the fact that David Axelrod, senior Obama and Biden advisor, came out and said, he's going to be 82. It's not about age. I don't think he has the same strength and sharpness I saw 5 years ago with Biden. And I have tremendous respect for the man. So I'm curious, who are the Dems going to run? Where's the, Obama energy that we could bring?
I don't know if we need Obama energy. We need somebody who can get the country back in line.
Yeah.
Because if you can name me a Republican who has a shot to do that, that's what I'm more interested in. Because
I think it'll be DeSantis. I hope it's not DeSantis over in Florida because I think he's a fascist. DeSantis. I think he handled COVID miserably. I think he's a fascist and a bigot. But
those are his good points.
Those are his good points.
Yeah. So there's a couple interesting things there, right, that I found doing that segment. First and foremost, the conservative person, or supposed to be conservative person, Miss Alyssa Farrah Griffin, basically is saying that she's looking for an Obama type to come in and take over for Joe Biden. Well, the problem with Joe Biden is that he's trying to be Obama, right? Specifically when it comes to the stimulus, because one of the reasons why Joe Biden decided to go so big on the stimulus is because under Janet Yellen, right, and Obama, they felt like, during the 2009 recession that the Obama stimulus wasn't big enough, right? They said that, we didn't recover fast enough because we didn't spend more money. That's how they felt. Okay, so Joe Biden was like, I'm going to try to outdo Obama, right? I'm going to try to be better than Obama. And that's one of the main reasons why he decided that, we need to spend $3, $4, $5 trillion that we would have spent had it not been for Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema, right? So again, Biden's problem is the fact that, again, he's trying to be too much like Obama, right? He's trying to one up Obama instead of trying to do things differently from Obama. Okay. But again, you have a so-called conservative on The View advocating that we need an Obama-like figure. Again, one of the most divisive presidents, in my opinion, that we've had in a long, long, long time. But with that being said, the next most interesting part, and probably the most interesting part of that whole segment, is Whoopi Goldberg low-key saying that, I am more interested in seeing if there is a Republican that steps up and that can get the country back online, right? That is her basically admitting that the country's in bad shape, which is a huge admission from a show that has basically become a propaganda arm of the Democrat Party. I mean, they're all cheerleading for the Democrat Party. I mean, they actively come out here saying, no, vote Democrat. We need to get rid of the Republicans, right? Which is one of the reasons why I played that clip at the beginning of this video, is just to show you that, this is a Democrat cheerleading show, okay? So for Whoopi to come out here and say, I'm low-key looking for a Republican to step up, tells you what they actually really think about the job that Joe Biden is doing. Well, at least Whoopi, whom, back in the day, she used to be all right, right? But, Trump and probably COVID and probably some other things, January 6th, they probably just made her, become a radical leftist. And that's fine, right? I mean, there's a lot of people that got Trump derangement syndrome. She's one of millions, right? But I'm just saying, it really kind of shows you what they're thinking. Like, everybody in this country is thinking, we should just vote for Republicans, right? Everybody is thinking that for the midterms in 2024, okay? They don't give a damn about all the noise coming from the Democrats in regards to white supremacy, January 6th, etc., except people who are just truly broken, right? Like Joy Behar and Sonny Holston. Sonny Holston, who calls Ron DeSantis Death DeSantis, right? Calls him a bigot and a fascist. With no evidence whatsoever, by the way. No evidence whatsoever. Because I've never heard Ron DeSantis actually make a racist comment, right? An actual overtly racist comment. Okay, I've heard Joe Biden make plenty of those. I haven't heard that from Ron DeSantis. She's probably calling him a bigot because of the whole so-called Don't Say Gay legislation, aka the Parental Rights and Education Act, which basically means that, hey, you know what? You're a bigot if you don't want kids learning about sex and gender ideology in kindergarten, right? Again, that's the Democrat definition of being a bigot in 2022. Okay, she's calling him a fascist. I don't really know how he's a fascist, considering how he has the freest state in the union, okay? I mean, he was one of the first states to open back up when all the other states was closed down. He led the way on that, okay? Florida and their COVID cases and deaths weren't all that much better or all that much worse than any other state, to be quite honest with you. And it's funny how she's saying this, but again, these are the same people that routinely kiss the asses of terrible Democrat governors like Andrew Cuomo, who got kicked out for, again, not kissing ass, but touching ass, right? And he also had a nursing home scandal in which he literally was responsible for a memo that was understandably misinterpreted by nursing homes that caused them to stuff elderly COVID patients all in one place at the beginning of the pandemic, right? Which caused a lot of grandmas and grandpas to die unnecessarily. Not to mention, the state of New York has been abandoned because of governors like Cuomo. Now, he's not governor anymore, but my point is that she would never criticize and to call him Deaf Cuomo or something. Like, she would never do that because she's playing for a team, okay? But not to mention, again, they're running away from a state like New York and California to states like Texas and Florida that are GOP run. Well, why is that? Well, it's the same reason that people like Eric I Bang Bang Fang Fang Swalwell is vacationing and going to places like Florida. It's the same reason people like Alexandria, all the Republicans want to bang me, Ocasio-Cortez, vacations in a place like Florida. It's the same reason that Don, I hate white men, but I love white men in bed, Lemon, goes and vacations in Florida. It's the same exact reason. Because business is booming. It's a free state. There's low taxes, right? And I'm talking about people that specifically move there. No state tax. Did I mention that Florida also has a budget surplus? Did I mention that Florida is also a swing state, a purple state? And Ron DeSantis is wildly popular in this purple state? But no. Sonny Holston says we can't have him because he's a bigot and a fascist. So let's take a listen at Sonny Holston's dream ticket for 2024. Take a look.
This talk about, I think people saying that he's too old. I mean, if the former, twice impeached, disgraced president thinks he's such a young spring chicken, I mean, he's going to be 78 when Joe Biden is 81. And so I don't like this ageism argument. But I will say,
true.
yeah.
Biden, when he was here, I asked him, he works out every day.
Yeah.
I don't think Trump does. Take a look.
Yeah, I mean, take a look. Exactly.
Yeah.
But I do think there are plenty of, Democrats that have tons of verve and energy. I mean, I like Gavin Newsom because he's really pretty to look at, and I think he does a great job in California. I like Kamala and Pete Buttigieg.
I love Pete
ticket.
Buttigieg.
I think that looks great.
You think they could win, really?
Well, I would vote for them.
Of course,
I hope this country is ready for something like that. I think the brain power alone would just obliterate Trump or
I would just love to.
Wow. Incredible. That is millions of dollars a year worth of political analysis. Okay, these are the same people that claim this country is systemically racist and sexist. Yet you can be a black woman and get paid millions of dollars to go on TV, national television, in the middle of the day in front of millions of people and say, well, I want Gavin Newsom to be president because he's nice to look at. He's easy on the eyes. I like Kamala because she's a black woman. She's also Indian. Pete Buttigieg, he's gay. Again, this is the depth of her political analysis. Okay? When you talk about somebody like Ron DeSantis, okay, you talk about how Florida's well run. Okay, it's a swing state. He's wildly popular there, which means he can appeal to both sides of the aisle. Okay? He has a balanced budget. The state is running a surplus. It is a free state. Okay? He's not necessarily in the pockets of corporate America, right? He's opposed to corporations opposing their will on the people. When you talk about Ron DeSantis, you're talking about substantive policy. When they talk about Democrats, they're talking about identity politics, right? They're talking about how good he looks, right? How good Gavin Newsom looks. They're talking about Kamala. Oh, she's black and, Indian and she has a vagina, right? They're talking about Pete Buttigieg. Well, he's gay. And I'm just like, again, I can't believe that you're getting paid millions of dollars to go on TV and say this. Like, this is what the depth of your political analysis is. I don't understand. I don't get it. I really don't. You're a lawyer, right? Allegedly. But hey, you know what? It's fine, right? It's totally fine. These women, these cackling hens are delusional. They're not in touch with reality, and they're in for a rude awakening come the midterms in 2024. You watch out, because the red tsunami is coming. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.